This is a video on to kit or not to kit. Well, I started out looking at YouTube, and the thing that appealed to me is just to open a box, not to have to figure out what the components were, and just install the system myself. It was already a prepackaged system. All the parts were assembled by somebody else. This is a nice idea. However, I don't think it's the way to go. So here's a case where a company that I first looked at offers a bunch of kits. Okay. And then they also offer some value added with the kits. They also offer installation services. So it's like, I'm just going to see if I can find the services. Solar permits. There's another one. Okay, so permits. Okay. For $600, and interconnect for $400. That means calling your utility and getting that all sorted with utility. So you could either, you could have those people do those services for you also. In this case, however, the solar panel kits that these people offer aren't such a good deal. You can go to plenty other places, and you can still get people kind of to hold your hand and configure you a working system. A place that I kind of like their kit software anyway. It's this site right here, and they basically, you start and you kind of just do your roll your own kit, but they use some kind of intelligent software where they use standard racking, and they basically will run your racking, and it's pretty cool. Now, depending on what you want, like for me, I had a small system, so microinverters were the way to go. But you could run all these different scenarios, and then I think it's good to talk to people, real people on the phone, and kind of let them, you're going to have to do a little bit of research on racking systems and such before you buy it, unfortunately. Here's another company, Alt eStore, which they also sell kits. However, I used their salesperson just to double check my numbers, and that worked out. So I guess I'd encourage you to not use the standard kits, and if you've got a real large system and you don't want to make a lot of penetrations in your roof, maybe you want to go with bigger panels than what they're offering in the kit. Like these guys might offer, what they have with this one. They got Solar World 300s, right? But you might, for instance, want to do, let's see, some wattage, high, low. It may be more, wait, wrong way, low to high. It might be more advantageous for you because of the way your roof space is, and the amount of the orientation you want to put the panels to do 385s, and it's for 228 bucks a piece. So I think it's not likely you're going to want to go with their size of the solar panels that they're providing for that, just because everything needs to fit on your rooftop the way you want it to fit. So now we're gonna go into as far as the going to Edison or your local utility, and that's not that big of a deal. The planning, I'm a big fan of Solar Design Tool. They're gonna just use a tool just like Solar Design Tool and provide these plans to you. You can pretty much for $60 go out to Solar Design Tool and do your own set of plans. And I think they even have a little bit of support for you. And there's videos online where you can learn how to use Solar Design Tool. And I think, it sounds nice to have somebody hold your hand, but, I'm not sure the service is really totally worth it. And the only other thing I had for you, let's see, it was the Edison site. So this is what they have this thing called Power Clerk. That is, all the utilities use it, and so it's basically a way to collect information. So you just have a login, they tell you what they need, they ask you for your meter information, and they ask you to upload some information on the plans that you already generated using Solar Design Tool. They'll ask you for this line drawing. They'll ask you for the line drawing right here, and they'll ask you for usually there's a plot plan somewhere in here. Anyway, they'll ask you for a plot plan, and anyway, that's what you want to do. So I guess I just discourage you from doing the kits. You're going to probably save a lot more money just doing your own thing and not doing this kind of thing. And then some people like this company in particular, I think you're going to pay a lot of sales load for your system, which you sort of want to stay away from. These guys' panel prices, like, you can just go look at their panel prices and they're nowhere near as good as these guys' panel prices. And again, this company is pretty good too, and you'll find a few other places on the internet that offer really competitive pricing, and why not just take advantage of them? They have salespeople that are trained to configure your system, and I had real good success with the Alt-E store. Anyway, good luck with your project.